So hi everyone. So I guess like on my section, I'll be talking more about like what verification actually looks like, the steps in general. I used to work for companies, for a consulting firm, and also for quite some time, for a few months as an auditor in one of the verification company. So basically, like when it comes to like verification, in general, they all require the same thing. They generally asking you the question of like, how did you get your numbers? Who are approving them, and how were they being calculated? And depending on like which country that you are in, and depending on like which compliance that you are trying to follow through, it may be slightly different. But overall, the underlying data that builds up into the certification process is all the same thing. Well, we know that CDP has its own kind of like long questionnaire requiring you to answer like 50, 100, 200, 300 questions, like to fulfill kind of like their process. And also like when you try to do like your GHG accounting and you try to follow the ISO 14064 for your verification process, they all have different kind of way to kind of like verify whether your data is correct or not. But essentially, verification sometimes you've seen verification as well. Oh, I need to do this verification because this is the only way that my numbers, that my sustainability reporting or my GHG inventory going to be kind of like respected by people out there. But essentially, yes, that is correct. But there's a lot of things that going on within the verification process. It takes a lot of time in verification process, and I will tell you why it takes like a lot of times. And generally, like in verification, you will need, yeah, the fastest you can get verification finished maybe like in around 3 months. And most cases, it could take up to 6 months, depending on the size of your organization and also like the data that you are kind of like preparing for your verification process.